Startups can also access the Fund of Funds scheme, through which a total of 4,509 crore rupees of investments have been made in 384 startups. The micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) are considered to be the backbone of the economy. They are also pivotal to the nation's growth as they employ lakh of unskilled and semi-skilled individuals. Evaluate the impact of e-commerce on MSMEs. Impact of MSMEs in socio-economic development of India. Introduction. The micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) sector is an important pillar of the Indian economy as it contributes greatly to growth of the Indian economy, with a vast network contributing about 45% to manufacturing output. MSMEs provide about 110 million jobs, which is 22 to 23% of the total employment in India. It is next highest to agriculture. However, the sector still faces several challenges. Barely 15% of MSME units have registered with the Udyam platform. Heterogeneity, fragmentation and informalization highlight the need for reforms in this sector. Body. Insta secure synopsis. Telegram, https://t.me/insightsyastaps page 13. YouTube, https://www. Facebook. Advantages of onboarding MSMEs to e-commerce. Increase revenues and profit margins, improve timeliness of marketing, global client base and flexible business conduct can aid MSMEs to increase revenues and provide specific e-commerce benefits such as online referral systems to acquire more customers, knowledge-based customization to improve customer acquisition and use service and feedback channels to enhance the future sales experiences. Reduce spend on marketing and distribution costs. Because of increased competition in this space, e-commerce players are heavily spending on digital and traditional media to improve site traffic, gain customers, establish customer relationships and boost sales. In addition, digital channels provide a cost-effective and efficient infomedia space to advertise and communicate with target audiences, wherein most e-commerce platforms provide links on social media channels, which is then used by their partners to create awareness about their products and services. Use data analytics to understand, engage and retain customers. Through their portals websites, most B2B e-commerce players generate, store and analyze customer data including products, prices and technical details accessed, time spent on every page, orders placed and purchases made over a period. Building a global reputation. Online transactions create an auditable history of a company's performance and reliability. Often consumers depend on these records to identify companies that are most likely to provide a satisfactory service. Access to foreign markets. One of the biggest challenges with traditional export channels is the inability of small enterprises to participate in that process. To overcome this, e-commerce platforms provide a level playing field for all types of businesses that seek access to foreign markets. Issues faced. The current GST rules provide that any offline seller with annual turnover under 40 lakh rupees and engaged in intrastate sales must obtain GST registration to sell online. Additionally, offline sellers under 1.5 crore rupees annual turnover with intrastate sales cannot continue with simplified GST compliance processes under the composite GST scheme if they want to sell online. Accordingly, even where an MSME's turnover does not cross the threshold, it would be required to register itself under GST and fulfill all subsequent compliance requirements. Under the current GST framework, many small businesses may not be able to transition from conventional sales to e-commerce platforms because their GST registration under the composition scheme may not be adequate, posing a hurdle in small business owners' efforts to access the large customer base that global e-commerce majors and several others may offer. Insta secure synopsis. YouTube, Facebook. Moreover, MSMEs operating through online platforms are burdened with cumbersome and time-consuming periodical compliance needs like registration and the monthly filing of returns, which further dissuades them from registering under the GST network. Yet, we must proactively get MSMEs selling online, as also artisans and farmer producer organizations scattered across India, and provide them marketing support. Overcoming these obstacles, it may be prudent to provide an enabling GST ecosystem in the interest of all suppliers, online as well as offline. In the spirit of empowering small retailers and not placing online platforms at a disadvantage to brick-and-mortar businesses, MSMEs should be liable for GST only at the threshold value, irrespective of whether they sell offline or online. Enabling GST parity between offline and online sellers with respect to registration would be logical and help in integrating small business owners in the country with the e-commerce ecosystem. Also, amending the rules to allow small offline sellers to sell online with intrastate restrictions without needing a GST registration will increase GST and income tax collections for the government, increase control and transparency, and improve efficiency of tax collection. Conclusion. India's e-commerce sector is projected to reach $80 billion by 2021 and $300 billion by 2030. For MSMEs, e-commerce is rightly synonymous with economic stability, growth and security, and is a channel that allows even the smallest MSMEs to showcase their products in any part of the world without having to shell out on expansion or changing locations. These platforms have empowered small businesses by removing barriers, providing a large customer base and consequently ensuring increased revenues. For growth and development of MSMEs, e-commerce marketplaces are perhaps the best catalysts for directing their transformation at minimal costs, investment and innovation. A collaborative effort between the government, the private sector, industry groups, training organizations and SMEs is the most efficient way to support MSMEs. Value additions. Significance of MSMEs to India's economy. Boon for rural development. Compared with large-scale companies, MSMEs aided in the industrialization of rural areas at minimal capital cost. The sector has made significant contributions to the country's rural socio-economic growth and complemented major industries as well. Frontrunner in Make in India mission, as India aims that the products that are made in India are also made for the world, adhering to global standards of quality. MSME is acquiring the center stage in the mission. It has taken as a backbone in making this dream a possibility. Insta-secure synopsis. Telegram, YouTube, Facebook. Simple management structure for enterprises. Considering India's middle-class economy, MSME offers a flexibility that it can start with limited resources within the control of the owner. From this, decision-making gets easy and efficient. Oh, on the contrary, a large corporation requires a specialist for every departmental functioning as it has a complex organizational structure. Economic growth and leverage exports. It is the most significant driver in India, contributing to the tune of 8% to GDP. Nowadays, multinational companies are buying semi-finished and auxiliary products from small enterprises. It offers immense potential in creating a linkage between